Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed your very, very brief lunch intermission as we move on from the junior men's solo now to the first of the quarterfinals for the junior women's solo. Let's hear it then, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for in lane 1 for Germany, Anouk Eichelberger, and in lane 2 for the USA, Britt Wadowicz. Now, very well done to both of you on getting through to the quarterfinals, but we'd love to hear a little bit more about who you guys are. So, Anouk, could you tell us, where are you from?
I'm from Ulm, Germany.
And do you have a club that you race for there?
Yeah, Ulmer Ruder Club, Donau.
Excellent, thank you. And how about you, Britt? Where are you from in the States?
I'm from Tampa, Florida, and I race with the Stewards Foundation.
Great to hear. Well, look, best of luck to both of you. Go ahead and take your places.
Primeira quarta de final do ski feminino entre Estados Unidos e Alemanha. One minute for the start. Put your boats on the water.
Boats will be on water in just a moment. A slight technical hiccup for the USA boat, so they're just sorting that out at the moment, and we'll be underway with this first quarterfinal for the junior women's solo shortly. Well, folks, this is how racing goes sometimes. We've got to make sure that the technical issues are absolutely resolved so that both of these athletes get a fair crack at the course and their chances of progressing through to the next round, which, as we know, we've just seen it for the junior men's solo, happens in such short order. If they progress from this, they'll go on to the semi-finals that are racing just in the next 20 minutes time, and then potentially on to the finals in about 40 minutes. So they come through thick and fast. These races is what makes beach sprint and rowing generally a power endurance sport. These are sprints, but they're back-to-back when it gets to the fine end of competition. Now, hopefully the technical issues for the USA boat will be resolved shortly and we'll be underway. So we'll be back with you in a few moments once we see that boat make its way down to the beach.
E aguardamos então pelo início destes quartos finais. A embarcação dos Estados Unidos está aqui com algumas dificuldades que têm que ser resolvidas antes de entrarem na água, portanto vamos aguardar alguns minutos para darmos início a esta ronda de ski feminino. 1 minute for the start. Put your boats on the water.
Fall in love and tear it down as soon as we wake up. Promise you the world tonight. Show you what I've got. Your body speaks my language.
Get ready. Attention.
Here we go. Everybody's cottoned on to watching that flag drop. That gives them the earliest indication possible once the starting umpire says attention that they can go. Now let's see how they enter the water. Good clean entry from both of them so far. It seems that big phase of waves that were coming through at the end of the junior men's competition seems to have abated slightly. So a good clean start for both of these athletes, setting themselves towards the first buoy in the slalom course. A little bit of a hurdle there for Anouk Ekelberger for Germany. A few course corrections. She's got her work cut out for her now to close down this 2-length lead that we're already seeing from Britt Wadowicz of the USA. It's a good start for her.
Temos então os Estados Unidos e Alemanha, um duelo de nações, Britt Wadowicz e Anouk Ekelberger a dar o seu melhor aqui neste skiff júnior feminino. Estados Unidos com alguma vantagem neste início.
So Britt Wadowicz already passing the second slalom buoy. She's at 31 strokes a minute, going for that slightly lower rating, perhaps because she's able to look back and see her competition, Ekelberger from Germany, a few lengths her stern. So Britt Wadowicz at 31 strokes a minute to Ekelberger at 36. Now they're coming up to the turning point. Racers are so easily won and lost in this turn. Not only because of the navigational issue, but because the technical difficulty of braking, like a handbrake turn, stopping the boat on one side. It's no issue whatsoever for Britt Wadowicz of the USA. Can she line up straight? This is the difficult thing. We're seeing a lot of athletes struggle, get that trajectory right once they've spun to come in on the fastest line possible in towards the beach. Both boats at a slight tangent to the direct line in that you would hope for, but it's not upsetting Britt Wadowicz, who's out in front. She's making the adjustments. I think she saw that second slalom buoy from lane one and realized that she's drifted a little bit more over than she'd have hoped. And she's back on course, so it could spell a disaster for Anouk Ekelberger of Germany, who's swung out a little bit wide there. She'll be making some adjustments to come back in. You can see on this great shot with the fort in the background, there's perhaps 3 to 4 lengths clear water separating these athletes in this first quarterfinal for the junior women's solo here at the 2021 World Rowing Beach Sprint Finals. Let's see how Britt manages this beach landing. She's had a textbook race so far. No big waves to ride in on just yet, so it could therefore spell a clean opportunity for a landing. Jumping out of the boat now, here we have Britt Wadowicz for the USA leading. She's going to secure herself a place through to the semi-final. What a fantastic race for her so far. It's a really difficult beach landing though for Germany's Ekelberger with a capsize there, but the win goes to Britt Wadowicz for the USA. She goes through to the semi-final, and pleased to see Anouk Ekelberger of Germany. She's had a great race. It's so difficult getting that beach landing right. She's washed the sand off there, and she comes up for a great conclusion to her event here for the junior women's solo. Very, very well done, Anouk Ekelberger for Germany.
Ora, temos então os Estados Unidos a levar a melhor com o tempo de 3:35.642, mais 5 segundos que o tempo de ontem para Brit Botovic.
Well, folks, we're moving on now to the second of the 3 quarterfinals for the junior women's solo. So let's hear it, folks, for lining up in lane 1 from India, Gail Zulema de Miranda, and in lane 2 for Tunisia, Hela Belhaji Mohammed. Now, guys, we'd love to learn a little bit more about you before you get underway with the racing. So, Hela, could you tell us, where in Tunisia are you from?
I'm from Sousse.
Yeah, and do you have a club that you race for there?
Yeah, I wish you a good race. That's all.
Brilliant. Thank you, Hela. And how about you, Gail? Whereabouts in India are you from?
I'm from Goa, India. I'm so excited to be here. Good luck. Great competition today. So.
Brilliant. I think we all love Goa. Beautiful beaches there. Do you have a club that you race for in Goa?
I don't, so this is all new. I'm excited.
Well done, you. Well, that's great stuff. Best of luck to both of you.
Ora, próxima ronda, temos então Tunísia e Índia. I also asked the team manager from Germany to visit the head judge. Information, the team manager from Germany, please visit the president of the jury, please. 1 minute for the start, put your boats on the water.
Get ready. Attention.
Here we go then. Time to find out who's going through to the semi-final. We already know 2 countries that have progressed. France and the USA are in the semi-finals. Now to find out who from India and Tunisia will make it through as well. Checking out these entries, it's a good clean one for Hela Belhaji Mohammed. She's already underway, a couple of strokes in. Some adjustment needed in this early stage to make sure she's heading directly for the first boy in the slalom course. Expertly handled that entry. That's just what you want to be seeing. Gail from India now up to speed, a couple of lengths astern of the Tunisian athlete. So things can be made up here because it's all about the navigation out there and these young athletes handling the complexity of the currents that make up this course here in the estuary of the Tajus River that exits here in Oeiras, Portugal. Navigation looking really good for the Tunisian as she approaches the second boy in the slalom. Hella Belhaji Mohammed already coming up to the turning point soon. She's up there at 43 strokes a minute to Gail's 36. So the field really spreading out now. This could be a runaway victory for the Tunisian, but of course there are some strict penalties out there if you get the navigation wrong. So that could always spell a change in the leadership of this race. But it doesn't look to be so because she's already at the turning point. Blade slightly caught in the water there. Fantastic pictures of the beach here in Oeiras, Portugal. Can she line up straight? It's so difficult to get your bearings once you've spun 180 degrees. Gail Zumela de Miranda just making that turn then at the far end of the course. Perhaps 100 meters left for the Tunisian Hella Belhaji Mohammed to come back in, and she could well be securing her place through to the semi-final in this event for the junior women's solo.
Temos a Tunísia e a Índia a dar o seu melhor, a Gail Miranda e a Hella Mohammed. A Tunísia a levar uma liderança para a remadora de Goa.
Well, we're well into the last 100, perhaps down to 50 meters now for Hella Belhaji Mohammed. She's at 40 strokes a minute, and we see Gail Zulema de Miranda shifting it up to 38 now, trying to wind in and close a bit of this margin. It could well be too much to close in on now because we're even seeing the Tunisian get a bit of a ride on a swell there towards the beach. How's this dismount going to go? It can be really tricky at this low tide. You see the wave-piercing bow pushing down in towards the sand, and then the waves spin you a little bit. It's tricky stuff. Don't want to see any ankles getting caught. She seems to be okay, and here comes the run up the beach for Hella Belhaji Mohammed of Tunisia. She's going to win this second quarterfinal for the junior women's solo. Expertly navigated out there on the course. Very well done indeed. She'll progress through to the next round. And folks, let's hear it for Gail Zulema de Miranda for India. Coming into the last 2 or 3 strokes out there on the water course. She gets a wave to ride in on as well. It can be tricky keeping the boat straight. Boat handler's there to give her a hand. She seems to be okay. And she's making her way up the beach now to the flag. Everybody just checking she's all right. Very well done, Gail Zulema de Miranda for India. Let's hear it for her, folks. Coming in her quarterfinal here.
Vamos lá aplaudir.
Very well done indeed.
Aplaudir então a remadora de Goa, 3:58.903. For the next introduction, we will have Portugal and Spain. Where are the rowers here? Ora, para a próxima ronda desta quarta final, vamos ter a Madalena Peça e a Esther Boadas de Espanha, Portugal e Espanha, num duelo destas duas atletas para o skiff júnior. Madalena Peça com 3:22.629 foi o tempo de ontem, e a Esther Boadas com 3:43.083. Foram estes os tempos destas duas remadoras contra o melhor tempo que pertenceu à francesa Susana Zarek com 3:17.252.
Here we go, folks. Time for the third and last quarterfinal in the junior women's solo. So let's hear it for Local favourites here, we've got a lineup in lane 1 for Portugal, Madalena Pesa, and in lane 2 for Spain, Esther Linares Buarez. Very well done getting to this stage. We all want to learn a little bit more about you guys. So Esther, maybe you could tell us where in Spain you're from. No problem at all. Best of luck in the race. But Madalena, how about you? Where in Portugal are you from?
I'm from Coimbra.
Yeah?
This is it's localized in the center of Portugal.
Great. And do you have a club that you race for there?
I'm sorry?
Club? Do you have a club that
Yes,
you race
I
for?
do. It's in Figueira da Foz, near the beach.
Brilliant. Well, look, best of luck to both of you. Go ahead and take your places.
1 minute for the start. Put your boats on the water.
Get ready. Attention.
There we have it. Out of the blocks like rockets. And Madalena Pesa, local here to Portugal, making her way down to the boat as the boat handlers try to make sure those boats stay straight. It really is difficult as the waves give them a bit of a push. Who's going to get out to the cleanest start here? It's tough to gauge. First couple of strokes, Spain, we so often see the Spanish have a great start indeed. Looks good for Spain, but not letting her get away. Madalena Pesa for Portugal. They're looking pretty level now, heading up towards the first buoy in the slalom course. And it's going to be tough to make sure that they come as close to it as possible. You, of course, want to steer the straightest line you can through these without the buoys upsetting your blade work. There we have it. They're both past the first buoys. They're looking pretty level at this stage, so let's see how they establish their race rhythm.
Ora, aí está a nossa Madalena Pesa, com um início ligeiramente mais lento, mas a recuperar muito bem agora perante a espanhola, que já está bem lá na frente. Por isso, ao público que está na praia, vamos dar apoio à nossa Madalena. Ela que já vai lá a chegar quase à primeira boia de contorno. Podemos ver aqui pelas imagens, ela está ligeiramente à frente, mas tem que fazer aquela voltinha lá no fundo para depois navegar a direito até chegar aqui à praia. E claro, nessa altura os portugueses vão gritar muito e dar força à Madalena para termos mais um pódio na categoria de júniores, já que tivemos na categoria masculina, agora seria o cereja no topo do bolo. Temos também as senhoras, por isso vamos lá.
Well, they're at the turning point now. And it looks like Madalena Pesa has made it there first. She's already half spun, so can she conclude this cleanly and get straight back in line to her flag on the beach in lane 2? It's a tricky one to get right. A lot of them are under-turning, I think is the perhaps story of that turning point. A lot of them ending up heading towards the construction site over by the marina rather than directly back down to the course towards the beach. Corrections have been made though, and they're looking pretty straight. I think Pesa will move over a little bit more. Still building into a lead here, a length and a half now as they come into the last 100 meters on the water.
Ora, aí está a Madalena, conseguiu virar bem lá e já vem numa boa navegação. É importante que mantenha a sua liderança. Se calhar se nós gritarmos daqui, ela vai conseguir ouvir bem de onde é que está a vir o som em direção à praia. Vamos lá puxar pela Madalena.
Madalena Pesa from Portugal still leading. No real navigational issues for either of these junior athletes. So fingers crossed they can have a clean entry onto the beach. It's been really tricky through the previous 2 quarterfinals. Fingers crossed that they managed to land nice and safely and of course have a clean leap onto the beach for their sprint. No issues thus far. Will they get a wave to ride in on? That would be the icing on top. No such luck, I don't think, for Madalena Pesa, but she certainly has got a good margin ahead of Esther Linares Buades from Spain. A clean exit from the Portuguese athlete. Loads of fans here on the beach. She makes her way past the flag. She will be progressing to the semi-final for the junior women's solo. An impeccable performance from Madalena Pesa. And let's hear it, folks, for Esther Linares Buades of Spain coming in here in this quarterfinal, representing her home country. She'll take second place in this quarter.
Ora aí está então, parabéns à Madalena. 3:25.057 contra 3:38.502. Madalena a posicionar-se no segundo melhor tempo neste momento.
Well, that's the quarterfinals done. We're moving now into the semi-finals. And folks, lining up here, let's hear it for in lane 1, representing France, Susanna Sarek. And in lane 2, representing the USA, Britt Wadovich. Susanna, you had a great first round, but we want to learn a little bit more about you. We haven't had the chance today because you had a bye from the quarters. So tell us, where are you from and who do you race for?
I'm from Marseille, in south of France.
Do you have a club that you race for in Marseille?
Yes.
What's it called?
Voilà.
Okay, great. Well, very well done. Good luck to you in this race. And Britt, you've already raced today. How are the legs feeling?
Pretty good.
Yeah, no, not too much lactic acid buildup. What did you learn from the previous round that you're going to use in this race?
Lots of current, so hopefully we'll learn to correct that.
It's tricky. A lot of people struggling with that. Well done you, and best of luck to both of you.
Ora, para esta ronda temos então Susanna Sarek da França e dos Estados Unidos, Britt Wadovich. 1 minute for the start. Put your boats on the water.
Get ready. Attention.
There we go, Sarek and Wadovich for France and the USA. No hesitation there.
Stop. Stop. Stop.
And we're stopping the race,
Stop.
folks. So stop. We'll be asking you back up, please. Well done. It was a very good start, but it looks like we'll be doing a restart. So if you can make your way back up to the starting line, please.
Get ready. Attention.
Well, we'll try that again, and it looks like a clean run down the beach. Tough stuff having to do even a short sprint like that a second time in such short order. Susanna Sarek into the boat, into the seat first. Let's see how the first couple of strokes go. A bit of a wave could upset things. No issue though. We see them now getting up to their race pace. Navigation looks clean, so we're underway with what looks like a clean first semi-final here for the junior women's solo. Lots to contest here, of course. This will determine which final they'll be progressing onto, and therefore whether they've got a shot at a medal. Well, navigation looks good. We saw this from Britt Watovich in the previous round. She's got a low rate of striking, down at 30-31 compared to a lot of the other athletes. We're seeing here Susanna Sarek for France. She's up at 40, so 10 strokes a minute different between the two of them. But it looks as though the French athlete is out in front. Quite a lot of navigational adjustments required there, but they're heading up towards the turning point here. So races won and lost in getting this right. A lot of support needed from the bank. Clearly her coach making sure that she gets the navigation right for Susanna Sarek. Here comes the turn. Are we going to see Britt Watovich get to the correct side of that turning buoy? It looks like she just made it. Here comes the turn then. Sarek ever so slightly ahead as they make it round. Susanna Sarek for France leading now and with a good straight line. Tough to get that right. I keep saying it because we've heard from every athlete how difficult the currents are out there at the far end of the course. It's only 250 meters away, but we've got currents going left, and right, and they cross across those on the way there, and then they have to do the reverse on the way back. So technically very, very difficult when it comes to the navigation. Not a challenge though for Susanna Sarek for France. She's leading here now, and she's built herself up 2 to 3 lengths of a margin ahead of Britt Watovich for the USA. That is quite some margin. There's perhaps 100 meters left for the French athlete to get back into the beach. She'll be looking over for her coach to find the fastest line into her flag. Tough order now for the USA athlete Britt Watovich to get back on terms.
Ora está então as duas atletas, Susanna Sarek, que ontem fez o melhor tempo com 3:17.252, e Britt Watovich dos Estados Unidos, que hoje já está com o tempo de 3:35.642, ontem fez 3:30.588.
Susanna Sarek coming into the last 2 or 3 strokes here. She's navigated that to perfection. Let's see how she handles the dismount now. Nice flat water for her when it comes to the beach landing, so she should have a clean exit, just as you would hope for. And she's already on the beach running up now. So it's looking like a good win here for France's Susanna Sarek to progress through to the A final, and a guaranteed medal for hers. Just which color will it be? And coming up the bank here now then, give it up folks for Britt Watovich for the USA. We'll see her race again soon as she progresses on to that second final and a potential bronze medal. Very well done to both Britt Watovich and Susanna Sarek.
Ora, aí está então a francesa a levar a melhor sobre a americana Britt Watovich.
Well, folks, in short order, we're running on already into the next semi-final. And we're going to find out who'll be progressing through to the A final in just a few moments' time. But lining up here for the second semi-final for the junior women's solo, we have in lane 1 for Portugal, Madalena Pesa, and in lane 2 for Tunisia, Hela Belhaji Mohamed.
Ora, temos então para a próxima ronda Belhaj Mohamed, da Tunísia, e a portuguesa Madalena Peça.
Well, very well done to both of you. Tell us, Hella, how was that first race?
It was amazing. I'm gonna try to push hard to do better.
And how about for you, Madalena? How was that race?
I think it was very hard because of the conditions. It's getting very hard right now.
It's getting tricky as it goes on, but hopefully you're learning what it's like out there this afternoon here in Oeiras, Portugal. This is going to be the second semi-final for the junior women's solo.
Para duelo entre a Madalena Peça de Portugal e da Tunísia, Hella Belhaj Mohamed. One minute for the start. Put your boats on the water.
Get ready. Attention.
Here we go then, the second semi-final for the junior women's solo. Let's find out who's progressing through to the A or B final and the shot at the top medals. Good clean run down the beach. Let's check out this boat entry. Very, very fast for the Tunisian Hella Belhaj Mohamed. And straight underway. Absolutely rapid stuff from her. We saw textbook navigation though from Madalena Peça. Local favorite from Portugal here. We'll see how this stacks up as they get underway. Very, very good stuff from the Tunisian Hella Belhaj Mohamed. Great navigation. She's heading to the correct side of that first buoy. There's a length and a half to 2 lengths separating them at this early stage. We'll see how that pans out as they get up the 250 meters towards the far buoy.
Ora está a nossa Madalena a entrar com uma diferença de barco, um barco e meio para a Tunísia, que já vem bem lançada. Hella Belhaj Mohamed a levar a melhor aqui pelas imagens que nós podemos ver. Portanto, público, vamos ter que puxar pela Madalena para isto dar mais força ainda. Vamos lá.
Well, it's a very different style of rowing we're seeing here. Hella Belhaj Mohamed up at 44, 45 strokes a minute compared to Madalena Peça at 35. So 10 strokes a minute difference in their approach to rowing here. And it seems to be paying off though for the Tunisian. She's built out her lead to 2.5, nearly 3 lengths as they approach the turning point. Let's see how she handles this. We've seen some great caliber racing from all of the junior athletes racing so far. Very, very aggressive around the turn, taking it nice and tight. Not swinging too wide because it's so easy to add a length or two to the distance you've got to row if you overshoot that turning point by even the smallest of margins. Perfect turn though for the Tunisian, and she's running a dead straight line back into her flag. So will she be able to hold that clean and straight is the key question. Madalena Peça a little bit off course there. She'll be having to make some adjustments which could cost her as she tries to get back on terms. Picture angle here is a little bit deceptive. It's 2 to 3 lengths lead to the Tunisian. It looks level here, but when it comes down to it, and as they approach the beach, we'll have to see how the sort of parallax view of that angle affects their beach landing, or our perception of their beach landing, and who's going to come in first. So Hella Belhaj Mohamed still out in front and looking strong.
Vamos lá puxar pela nossa Madalena. Está aí pouco atrás da Hella Belhaj Mohamed.
Hella Belhaj Mohamed now coming into the last 40 or so meters. She's wound her rate of striking down ever so slightly. She's down at 40 now. She was at 45 on the way out, so she may be looking back and seeing Madalena Peça and thinking she's going to conserve a little bit of energy because she's going to need it as she progresses on to the finals next. Let's check out this landing then. Hella Belhaj Mohamed for Tunisia. Last stroke, and we'll see her leap out. It's a clean stop. Here we go then, Hela Belhaji Mohammed for Tunisia. She's going to take the win in this semi-final for the junior women's solo. Pacing herself up the soft sandy beach. Madalena Pesa is now out of the boat, giving it absolutely everything, but the win goes to Tunisia. She'll progress through to the gold medal final, and we will see Madalena Pesa battle it out for the bronze.
Olá, forte aplauso então para a Madalena, com 3:30.133.
You held me back when I tried to move on from your life, so you stole my life with clarity. So hold me back, now you're here, 'cause I'm mad, show no fear. Wanna let you know just how it felt. Oh no, 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 no. Don't you think we could? There's a way we could be. No, oh no, 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 no. I know the way you look at me, I know it too well. Now I'm bulletproof, you might find you're gone, but I'm flying high. I'm bulletproof, don't ever touch the ground. You can never bring me down. You can never bring me down. Can never bring me down. 'Cause I'm bulletproof. Yeah, I'm bulletproof. We've been up, we've been down, tryna figure things out. End up losing myself in this but I'm done being dumb. Gotta end it all now. Won't never turn it round again. Oh no, 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 no. Don't you think we could? There's a way we could be. No, oh no, 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 no. I know the way you look at me, I know it too well. Now I'm bulletproof, you might find you're gone, but I'm flying.
3 minutes for the start.
Touch the ground, you can never bring me down. You can never bring me down. Can never bring me down. 'Cause I'm bulletproof. 'Cause I'm bulletproof. 'Cause I'm bulletproof. Yeah, I'm bulletproof. Now I'm bulletproof. You might find you're gone, but I'm flying high. I'm bulletproof. Don't ever touch the ground. You can never bring me down. You can never bring me down. Can never bring me down. 'Cause I'm bulletproof. Yeah, I'm bulletproof. 'Cause I'm bulletproof. It's time that we put out the fire. With every breath I breathe you out. We just can't take it any higher. It's only fair we let each other go without. Oh, this is hard to admit. I don't long for your kiss, and I know you don't care. Oh, what we had was a bliss, but it's falling to bits. Darling, this is it. I challenge you.
Well, folks, we are only 2 minutes away from the first of the two finals for the junior women's solo. So in a moment, we will welcome, and if they could come up to the starting line, Britt Wadovich for the USA and Madalena Pesa for Portugal.
I can't take it any longer. This careless love is getting old. Let's face it, we're not getting younger. If all is said and done, it's time we let it go. Oh, this is hard to admit. I don't long for your kiss,
ter aqui na disputa pela medalha de bronze dos Estados Unidos a Brita Votovic e a nossa Madalena Peça.
Well, folks, it's time for the bronze medal final now for the junior women's solo. Lining up in lane 1 for the USA, Britt Wodovic, and in lane 2 for Portugal, Madalena Pesa. You guys must be shattered. You've already raced. How are the legs feeling, Madalena?
I mean, we're all very tired. We're both very tired. So we'll try our best and try to win the medal.
Well, good for you. So what are you going to do differently in this bronze medal final?
Try to be more careful about the waves and do my best. Push very hard.
Good for you. And Britt, how are you feeling now?
Pretty good. A lot of racing today, so.
A lot of racing today. This is the last one for you in this junior women's solo event. Anything you're going to do differently compared to the semi?
Just row hard, I guess.
Give it everything. Well, best of luck to both of you.
Para boa sorte então, Madalena Peça e Britt Votovic. One minute for the start. Put your boats on the water.
Get ready. Attention.
There we go then. Britt Wodovic for the USA, Madalena Pesa for Portugal, giving it absolutely everything. They said that the navigation's a challenge, but this is their final now, so they're going to give it absolutely their all to see if they can come away from the 2021 World Rowing Beach Sprint Finals with a medal. Bronze medal on the line in this race. Navigation, the tricky bit, certainly getting started. We see Britt having a look over to see just where Madalena is as they move up towards the first buoy. They're looking pretty level here from our screenshots. Let's see how they navigate around this buoy. It's going to be tricky if they don't get this absolutely bang on. And we can see here that Madalena Pesa has gone around her buoy. Britt may have an issue there. Going round that side of the buoy, she'll have to make a few corrections, and that could see a penalty inbound, going the wrong side of that first buoy in the slalom course. But Madalena Pesa is heading towards the second buoy in the slalom course. And let's see how she navigates this one. She's just gotten to the correct side, I believe there. Took quite a bit of adjustment to do so.
Alguns ajustes a fazer nesta remada para os Estados Unidos e Portugal. A nossa Madalena Pesa a tentar representar o melhor possível a nossa nação.
Tricky stuff this. Madalena Pesa moving back over to the right-hand side of that far buoy. The current's wreaking havoc with the navigation out there. It's so difficult, but she has handled that perfectly. It's looking like a good turn as well. She's half spun now. Can she line up straight back down the beach? Britt coming in to her turn now. Looks like it's going to be tough to close in on the margin that Madalena Pesa has already earned for herself. Few adjustments still going in to Madalena Pesa's trajectory. Looking for the straightest line back in possible. Brit has got quite a few lengths to try and make up to close in on Madalena, and of course, the potential of a penalty hanging over here. We would have to wait for the officials to confirm which way that will go, but it's looking optimistic, shall I say, for Madalena Pesa based on her race so far. Absolutely great and clean out of the start, moving up now into the last 100 or so meters. We'll see how the exit goes.
Ora, aí está a Madalena a tentar levar a melhor para esta chegada, mas conta até chegar ao final. Poderemos ter mais uma medalha aqui nestes Mundiais de Remo de Mar. É isso mesmo, público. Vamos puxar pela Madalena.
Madalena Pesa from Portugal. She's navigated that excellently. She's coming into the bank now, looking good for the bronze medal in the junior women's solo category. A good and direct straight line back into the beach, right in front of her flag, giving her the shortest course up through the soft sand to the buzzer to confirm her medal position. Britt Wadowicz coming in. She's navigated the last straight back in well, and she's managed to even close in on Madalena Pesa in the closing stages. Let's check out the boat exit. Lactic acid will be burning by now. Third race in an hour, and she's still got the gas to get up the hill. Very, very well done, ladies and gents. Madalena Pesa from Portugal, bronze medalist in the 2021 World Rowing Beach Sprint Finals. And give it up for Britt Wadowicz of the USA. She's coming in here for fourth place. A fantastic performance from her through the course of the event. Very well done all round. This was the B final for the junior women's solo.
Ora, parabéns então à nossa grande Madalena, que mesmo depois destas corridas todas ainda teve a força para vir a correr destemida até chegar aqui em cima. Temos medalha de bronze para Portugal.
Well, ladies and gents, it's time for the gold medal final here in the junior women's solo category. Lining up here then in lane 1 for France, Susanna Zarek, and in lane 2 for Tunisia, Hella Belhaji Mohamed. So Hella, you've already done a couple of races today. Tell us, how are you feeling and how is it out there on the water?
I feel excited. I'm gonna do more better than the first one and the second one.
Excellent. It's tiring stuff. And for you, Susanna, you've had one less race than Hella has. How are you feeling?
I feel very good, but I'm a little scared. But now it's finale. Donc, go, go, go.
Ready and anxious. Well done, both of you, getting to this stage, and very good luck.
Ora, boa sorte então para Susanna Zarek da França e Hella Belhaji Mohamed da Tunísia para esta grande final. 1 minute for the start. Put your boats on the water.